I'm Congresswoman Julia Brownley. Welcome to my digital teach-in. This weekend, we celebrate the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. In honor of Dr. King's fight for economic justice, I'm answering your questions about the Republican tax bill that was recently signed into law and its impact on working families here in Ventura County. I've invited some of my colleagues in Congress to join the teach-in to share their perspectives on this new law.
Hi, I'm Congressman Mike Thompson from California's 5th Congressional District. It's the North Bay area in California, Napa, Sonoma, Lake, Solano, and Contra Costa County. I'm honored to represent that district, and I'm honored to serve with your representative, Congresswoman Julia Brownley. She's doing a great job for you. She's a great colleague. She's a fantastic representative, and she works really hard on your behalf. Now, she asked me if I'd participate in her digital teach-in in honor of Martin Luther King Day, and I'm glad to do that. You know, Martin Luther King didn't just fight for social justice. He fought for economic justice as well. He knew well and good that it didn't matter if you had a seat at the lunch counter if you couldn't afford to buy lunch. And he worked tirelessly to make sure that there was economic equality across the country in our United States of America. So I thought it might be an interesting topic to talk a little bit about the tax cut bill that the Republicans jammed through Congress and signed into law right before the Christmas holidays. One thing we know for sure, that it didn't live up to the promises that our Republican colleagues had made. The President and the Republicans said that this wasn't a bill to help rich people. Well, in fact, it was. Rich people and corporations will reap 83% of the benefits from this tax bill. The Republicans and the President said this was a bill that was going to help the middle class and working class people of our country. And while there are some benefits for some people in the middle class, they're temporary. They expire after a few years. The corporate tax cuts stay in permanently, and that seems to me to be pretty inequitable in regard to how this distribution of this tax cut plays out. We were also told that it was going to be simple. You could put it on a postcard. The fact is, it's anything but simple. And as one of my colleagues has explained, you can't put it on a postcard, and you'd be lucky if you could put it on a billboard. And that's playing out to be true. And as far as the being equitable and the economic justice in this bill, just know that the richest people are going to see their income tax bracket drop by over 1%. That doesn't help middle class and working class people. And the exemption for estate tax is expanded to $22 million. So a $22 million estate tax benefit doesn't help a lot of working people that I know in my district. So not fair, not what was promised, not simple, and it adds $2.3 trillion to the national debt. And now the Republicans say they have to come back and look at programs such as Medicare, Social Security, and veterans benefits because the debt is too high. We are going to fight tooth and nail to protect the benefits that you earned. Social Security, Medicare, and veterans benefits are benefits that you earned. You paid into Social Security. You paid into Medicare. You're entitled to get the benefits from that. If you have the benefits from veteran service, you served. You served our country in the line of duty. You put on the uniform. You put your life on the line. Those aren't just benefits that the good fairy brings you. Those are benefits that you earn. And we're going to fight tooth and nail to make sure you hold on to them, notwithstanding this foolish effort by the Republicans to come back and take those benefits away from you. Thanks so much. Thanks also for making sure that Julia not only represents you, but comes to Washington every week to work with us to make the good fight to make America the great country that we are. Thank you.